If we just forget about yesterday afternoon's rather underwhelming North London derby, it was just a friendly after all. It would be fair to say this has been a largely positive summer for Arsenal. The North Londoners have made 6 permanent first-team additions thus far, and while the likes of Martin Zubamendi and Noni Madueke are certainly exciting additions, the most significant is undoubtedly Victor Gyokeres, who finally completed his £63.5 million transfer from Sporting CP last week. However, even then, the club continued to be linked with a host of talented players, including the superb Rodrygo, although they may be wise to opt for another, cheaper international they've been linked with, someone who could be described as another Gyokeres. Arsenal's pursuit of Rodrygo. There is no doubt that one of the most exciting transfer links for Arsenal fans this summer has been to Rodrygo, as the Brazilian international has been at the heart of so much of Real Madrid's domestic and continental success over the last 6 years or so. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. However, over the last 2 and a bit seasons, he has been playing out of his favored left-wing position, and that, combined with an absurd amount of talent at the Bernabeu, has supposedly seen him become available this summer. There have been a host of top clubs linked with the 24-year-old so far this summer, and according to reports from earlier in the window, the Gunners are very much interested. It's not hard to see why Arteta and co. would be keen to bring him to London, as even when not in his best position, the former Santos gem is still effective. For example, in 54 appearances last season, totaling 3,452 minutes, he was able to score 14 goals and provide 11 assists, which comes out to an average of a goal involvement every 2.16 games, or every 138.08 minutes. However, with a price tag of up to £86 million, according to some reports, Arsenal may want to look elsewhere for an attacker they've previously linked with, one who could be described as Gyokeres-esque, Ademola Lookman. Arsenal could sign Lookman instead. Now, it is undoubtedly the case that for much of the last couple of weeks it's looked like Lookman would be heading to Inter Milan, but as things stand, that move appears to have stalled. So, with Arsenal already being linked with him several times this window, there is no reason they couldn't hijack the move. With that said, 3 reasons make the Nigerian international a Gyokeres-esque signing, with the first reason being his senior journey. Like the Swedish international, the former Everton ace spent some time in English football but was never really able to establish himself in the Premier League, as in total, he has a record of just 11 goals and 6 assists in 96 games across spells with the Toffees, Leicester City and Fulham. Then, instead of accepting a bit-part role in England, the London-born Dynamo decided to move to Europe, joined Atlanta in Serie A, and has been a mean goal-scoring machine ever since. In fact, in the 3 seasons he spent in Bergamo, the world-class star, as dubbed by the BBC's John Bennett, has an incredible record of 52 goals and 25 assists in 118 appearances, totaling 7,538 minutes. In other words, the 29-capped international has averaged a goal involvement every 1.53 games or every 97.89 minutes since joining the Serie A side, which is probably reason enough for the Gunners to consider him over Rodrygo. Finally, at 27 years old, the Europa League winner is the same age as Gyokeres and should be ready to have an instant impact at the Emirates in a season in which the North Londoners have to win something. Ultimately, Rodrygo would be a great signing, but at potentially just £43 million, and with the incredible record he has, Lookman might just be the better option.